I like the network marketing industry because you could build an organization to a point where when it grows so big, you could really relax and even retire. Okay, but I realized later I cannot retire. In the business that I'm in, I'm on my 18th year already, and as the business keeps growing, I feel an obligation to help everybody in my organization to succeed also. So I'm gonna do this till I drop, to help everybody build theirs. Okay, it's my, I would say, obligation. It's my way of giving or returning to God what He has favored me. I want to teach everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how I could see the business that we are in would grow really a whole lot bigger. And I want you to join me in the journey. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the story of what happened. Okay, previous to the pandemic, okay, I was building the business the traditional way. We are, I would say, old style network marketers. We build business face to face. We do demonstration in people's homes, and it was good. We built so well. Now, there's something that happened a few years before the pandemic, and then through the pandemic, that I observed that the business evolved, okay, and the potential became so big. And that's the story I want to tell you. In 2020, when the pandemic started, okay, I was in the Philippines. Now, we have a business operation in 20-something countries. We have about 40 offices, okay? And because of the pandemic, March of 2020, all the offices were closed, okay? And I was so afraid because this whole sales operation, I was afraid it would fall apart, and people's income would go down, my income would go down. It scared me. That was March of 2020 when the pandemic started. I got locked down in the Philippines. April, I called the head office. So how are the sales happening? Because I tell you, I was anxious. And they told me the sales was the same. And then in my mind, I said, how could that happen? All the offices are closed. The distributors cannot go out because of the lockdown all over the world, and the sales are the same. May came, 2020, the sales went up. For the rest of the year, the sales were going up. 2021, it continued to go up, okay? And our biggest year was during the pandemic. I mean, how did that happen? And that's what I want to introduce to you, because there's something that happened that opened up opportunity to people, and we have learned that this network marketing industry have evolved, okay? And it became so, I would say, apparent during the pandemic. People have learned how to continue doing the business, doing it online, okay? So that after the pandemic last year, okay, that was 2022, I believe it was September last year, 2020, 2021, 22, after like about 2.5 years where we had no event in our company, we had our first big event in California. And people came, I forgot how many thousand there was, 2,000-3,000 people. First event after the pandemic. And then I realized, wow, the people at that event were already new. Okay, a lot of people disappeared and new people have joined the company. Now, the leaders that spoke on the stage talking about our business and the success, and the growth of their business, half of them were the old-timers like me, and the other half were the new people who were the onliners, okay? And then January, February, March, we had an event again about a month ago in Las Vegas. 2,300 people came. Now, in the 2,300, in that event, almost all the speakers, except for one, Daniel, okay, they were all young people now who are onliners, online marketers. Now, here's what happened. I see now, this is what I observed. I see now that society have changed. There was an evolution, even in doing business, even in marketing. During the pandemic and then after the pandemic, many companies who were not able to, I would say, adapt to this changing environment, okay? Many companies closed. Companies that like 100 years old, and the ones that adapted, like for instance, Amazon.com, where marketing is done online and everybody's buying from Amazon.com. They grew so big. Twitter, all these other companies, the one that adapted to the new. What happened is, this is what I observed. From, I would say, 40-year-old and higher, we grew up in the old way of business, the old way of marketing. 39 and below, okay? This is just my observation. From 25 years old to 39 years old, they grew up in the social media, I would say, environment, in the internet environment, where things are being done differently, okay?